What is going on, sports game vision world? Back in the building, back in the pod with a new episode of the No Face Sports Show. You are now tuned into the sound of the No Face Sports Show. Your host, Hank at Sports Game Vision. Hope you're having a great day here, a Friday, getting closer to Christmas. Hope you've got your shopping done. Hope you didn't spend too much. If you did on yourself, that's cool. But it's always obviously great to give than receive, especially around this time of the year. But again, No Face Sports Show. We talking about this sports over here, and just to get started, man, I noticed these college bowls coming on. They're throwing me by surprise. Like, dang, is a bowl on today? And of course, today Georgia's going to play in their big game. Not Georgia, Alabama. And yeah, just a good sports day. Boxing's coming on tonight. You still got some NBA games. Of course, I'm a wrestling fan. You know, you got your smacking it down coming on. I think they might be pre-recorded. I'm not sure. I think it is. But either way, it'll be a brand new episode for us, unless you got them sneaky links like we used to have back in the day. You know, some of them Pirate Bay, Napster, whatever else you do to get those early releases. But either way, we're gonna jump into this thing here. Let's look at the graph here. We got this photo of the New York Knicks, Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul. And of course, in the background, you see that heel over there, Gunther, hiding in the background. We're going to talk a little bit about all that. But first thing before we get started, please like the channel, heart the channel, just support the channel, you know, share if you need to. Subscribe, join, all that good stuff. Just support so we can keep on doing this over and over. I got my Jay Uso running back in the background with the fingers. Y'all can't see it because it's the No Face Sports Show, but that's what I'm doing. Either way, drop it in there. Drop some comments. Peace and love. You know it's the holiday time, but if you're going to hate, I'm just going to show love anyway. But here we go. We're going to talk about these New York Knicks, and they are not going to raise a banner. Don't know how you feel about it. It's eyebrow raising to me. I'm very happy that they won the in-season tournament. I still call it the in-season tournament. I know it's the Emirates NBA Cup Championship now. They got the money to support the tournament now. They got that brand deal. We all need those brand deals, that NIL money. But they won it, and I feel it's a good competition. I know a lot of people don't like the Cup Championship, the NBA Cup. I feel it's necessary because we're in the age of sports right now where, especially in the NBA, they're making a lot of money. And we did see guys not, disenchanted in playing. And it brought down a level of regular season playability. Now we see these guys really playing hard because they're playing for money and pride. And yeah, the bench players, the end of that bench, you see them jumping up and down for joy, getting that extra $500,000. Can you imagine that? Being on a two-way, maybe barely making $1 million with all the taxes. And I know these are millionaire problems, right? We all want to have them, but they're getting a lot of taxes taken out. And then I didn't know every state they play in, or city, they take taxes out of them, those checks too, not to mention your agents and all that stuff. So that 1 million or 10 million gets shrunk down real quick. So that extra 500,000 is great for them. But either way, as far as the banner is concerned, I do think that it's a mistake not raising it. You wait all this time, all these years to win something for the Knicks. They won, even though it's a hoop it up championship. I don't know where my OGs is at. Hoop it up tournament. It's still something. It's you didn't win anything for over 50 years. We know the ultimate prize is to win the NBA championship, but why can't you just celebrate? Everybody in that building that was from the NY was celebrating. OGs again, like Spike Lee and some of the other actors. I can't remember all the names. I know Spike Lee is the super Knick fan, was celebrating, and even the players were. They were out there taking photos and IGs and Snapchats and celebrating it like it's a real championship win. And it does have that feel. It's something to be proud of. Don't have to have a big banner like the divisional or the world championship. But of course, like the Bucks did and the Lakers, they had a small banner. There's nothing wrong with putting up a small banner and adding years to it, hopefully winning multiple ones, because I don't see the NBA Cup going anywhere anytime soon. Not while Adam Silver is still in charge. This is his baby. He's been trying to get this off the ground for a very long time. I think even when David Stern was still commissioner, he was trying to bring this to the light. And now he has it, got the owners and all the board members involved in, approval to put this through. And again, to me, I feel the level of play every year that I've watched is the regular season, at least in the early part, it seems important. And if that's what we got to do to get them guys to play, show up, why not? And then again, it's going to mean something more as time goes on. I've been saying that, it's a baby right now. People are like, oh, but even within the few years, look, Indiana was in the first year, and look at the run they went on after that. They didn't win the championship, but they got there. They had a great run, and then we seen them, do their thing and get to the championship with last year, and even the year before that with the Eastern Conference Championship, whatever, Eastern Conference Finals. They, I think the smaller teams or the young teams are going to showcase themselves and having a coming of age moment, in my opinion, with this NBA Cup. The Spurs just lost. And a matter of fact, it was the rematch. I got that dropped the bomb on me in my head. If y'all remember Friday, go watch that next Friday. Either way, the rematch between the Spurs and the Knicks from the '99 finals in the NBA Cup. And Larry Johnson was just talking about that. They just felt like they were undermanned because he was hurt. Patrick was hurt. He felt they would have had a definitely greater chance to win the championship in '99 had everybody been healthy. But they got a small get back and they beat the Spurs. But Spurs are young. They have a great young nucleus. Of course, Wemby stays on the floor. They can make a run this year. I mean, I don't know if they're going to win the championship with OKC out there, and Denver trailing right behind, and of course Houston. But they can definitely shake up the Western Conference and push everybody to 7 games and have great series and possibly get past a round or two. And I don't think they win a championship without some other circumstances happening, but I think they're going to have a really, really great year and coming of age, like we said with the Indiana Pacers, and we'll see the trajectory going up and up from there. But as I was saying, the no banner raise with these New York Knicks, very, very disappointed with it. Celebrate with the fans, man. And I know there's a lot of fans that I've seen online upset with it, but I do think that it's something to celebrate. Just put it in the corner, in the back, somewhere by some advertisements, and it'll say the NBA Cup champion 2025, and just put years. Hopefully you win it again, right? And down the line. I do, like I said, I think this is going to be around at least 10 plus years, and it may stick around and people really, really stop complaining about it and enjoy it. And of course, there's going to probably, I've already read that he's trying to re-innovate it even more, where maybe he plays it later in the year. And we already know he's trying to put it in college stadiums. So let me know what you think about this. I think they should have raised it. I think they should raise it. Ultimate goal, win the NBA championship. And when the Knicks win that, oh, you can't tell them nothing. They already partied with this a little bit. They win that NBA championship. They're going to go crazy out there. But again, I appreciate everybody who's watching right now. We are now with the No Face Sports Show here at Sports Game Vision. We're going to jump in a new area, a new topic. And today and tonight is going to be a boxing event that I think people are going to keep their eye on. I'm definitely going to keep my eye on it as well. I know there's going to be the football game on tonight. I'm going to check that out. And we're going to tell what time is that. I'm going to pop in right here and take a look at it. The Myrtle Beach Bowl. Ooh, okay. Alabama and Oklahoma are playing tonight. The number 8, number 9 seed. Oklahoma has a 10-2 record. Alabama has a 10-3. And I don't know why I don't know. I don't want to say the word hate, but I'll be hating on Alabama a little bit. I think I kind of want Oklahoma to win this one. We're gonna see how this falls out. But right now you got the Memphis and the NC State facing off in a bowl game, 31-7 in the fourth, start of the fourth of the Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl. Goodness gracious, that's a heck of a name. And then the other bowl right now, the Myrtle Beach Bowl, was final. Western Michigan, all right, that's my home state, won 41-6 against Kennesaw State. All right, 41-6. So we got more games coming on tonight, so check that out. And right now, as I said, sorry about that. Hopefully I didn't lose you guys. We got the tail of the tape. Now, for the last few weeks or so, I've been really wondering if this fight was going to happen. It just seemed like it wasn't going to happen, like it wasn't real. AJ, I know he's taken some losses. I know he's had some, tough losses recently, but he's still in the height of his career. He's still in the prime. To go and fight Jake Paul right now is kind of weird, but the reports are he's likely to make anywhere from 90 to 120 something million dollars off this one night. And obviously I feel like it's going to be a little bit staged, a little bit choreographed, unless he goes out there and just breaks him up. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think they're going to have some type of agreement and they're going to put on a show for that money, sort of like Mike Tyson did for him as well. And I don't know, everyone's saying that Mike, he just was old. Yeah, he was old. He got tired in the end because he was all that bouncing around. He got tired. But if you watched it, you see him pulling his punches. And that was definitely staged. Mike got his money. Ain't mad. I love Mike. That's why I tuned in. I know I was one of that record-breaking audience members. This is going to be something the same. Joshua cannot lose this fight by any stretch of the imagination. He can't even look bad in this fight. The next match that's on the table, possibly from Turkey Al-Sheikh, is him facing off against Tyson Fury, and Tyson Fury coming out of retirement. And you see he sent a video out a few days ago. I also posted that on the channel. Go ahead and tune that out. It's a short. Tyson was very, very displeased with this. And I think it was a little bit staged because he knows this promotion and a chance to big up the fight that's coming up next year in 2026. But yeah, 90 to 120 something million dollars or more to fight this one, I'd take it too. He cannot lose this fight. And as you can see, he's a monster, 6'6" to 6'1". That's still a big height advantage. I know that Jake is pretty tall himself, but 6'6", he might be 6'7", the way he was towering over him in the photos. Reach is bigger. He's obviously older. He's got over 30 more pounds than him. And of course, during fight night, it's probably going to be even more than that if he doesn't have a rehydration or they don't have the weight clauses in there. So we talking about maybe getting another 20 or so on that. So, yes, I'm a sucker for it, just like most of y'all probably are. I'm going to check it out. I'm going to tune in, definitely. I got Joshua win this. There's no way Jake can win this fight. If Joshua loses this, he loses more money in that Tyson Fury fight, which is very, very big. It probably would get him as much money as this fight, or maybe even more. It's a big fight for those British gentlemen. Let's see the opinions of the other pundits and sportscasters here. You got Max saying Joshua first round, Mike saying Joshua Max 3 rounds. Okay, that seems more like it because they're not going to, again, unless he just wants to really destroy Jake, which if you've seen the face-offs, they're playing around. What is it? Jake's climbing like a like a monkey or something, or and then he's touching all on his face and stuff, and Joshua's laughing. Yeah, they're cool. They're gonna make this money. I say definitely three rounds or a little more. Shady said he's gonna take him in two, and Chris said he's gonna take him in three. Um, let's look at the card here. You got the prelims that's already starting. I think that's going to be free on YouTube. And I don't know what that website is. Tums. And then you got the two main events, of course, the Paul fight and with Joshua, Alicia Baumgardner. And then you got I like to call it another celebrity fight. You got two MMA guys in Silva and Woodley. And then you got Jamal Harvey versus Kevin. I cannot say his last name. I think it says Cervantes. But yeah, normally the cards that are put together are pretty good. We've seen that on Netflix before with the Serrano fights, and I think it should be fun to watch. And if you got Netflix, like most people do, it's not going to be hard to just log on in, take a look, get some popcorn, get your wings, have you a few nice beverages. I'm not going to tell you how to overindulge. I drink coffee now. So whatever you do, just be safe out there. But yeah, I'm going to take a look because then after that, I got to go to my regular night shift. So I got to be in and out, but I'm going to be paying attention to it just to see how it turns out. And then we can talk about it here on Sports Game Vision. But let me know who you have on all the fights, and looking forward to see what happens. If it's a viral moment, either way, it's going to be crazy to see if Jake was to knock him out, or of course Joshua the way he did in Ngannou. That was crazy. I thought that was going to be a better fight, and he just destroyed Ngannou. I know one is a real boxer, but Ngannou is a big dude and he's got some boxing experience, even though he's MMA, but he took him out. So let's see how this one goes. And again, it will set something up for the future. He's got to win this fight. He's got to look good to get to Tyson Fury. Otherwise, it definitely messes that other bag up. And that could be a 2-3 fight event right there, depending on how that goes. So he's got to win this one for sure. I don't see him taking L on this one. And I think he did a favor for him because I believe, looking at other pictures of Joshua and Paul, they've been friendly for a long time. So when Gervonta Tank Davis was not able to make it, he took it, he said he slide on in, he's gonna get that money, and he might put some, pause on him a little bit to, hey, let him feel some real power. But we're gonna see again. Let me know what y'all gonna do tonight, who you got, and by what round. As we move forward here, we are going to near the end of the show. Again, if you're in the building, please like, love, heart, share, subscribe, join, all that good stuff for the channel so we can keep on putting on these shows every week and throughout the week. We're going to hit one more topic. It's something I've talked about in the past few weeks. As we know that SmackDown is going to be coming on again, we're going to jump on into some wrestling. All my wrestling fans out there, I'm a WWE fan. I was raised on WWF and WCW. I do like AEW, by the way. I just don't watch it as much as the WWE. But I do watch it and I do support it. And I think they're very, very needed out there. I do not want to see AEW go away. That you got to have two, especially in wrestling. You need two kind of major companies because it makes the competition work. If AEW is not around, trust me, WWE is going to slack off a little bit more, and people are already complaining about what's going on. Imagine without competition, without true competition, so to speak. And I know they brush it off, but they are competitors. The main thing we're going to talk about is what people are complaining about now, and it's this guy right here, Gunther. That's right. He's the new legend killer. As you can see in the background in that photo, he's got 2 down and several more to go. But especially in that top row, those seem like they're more. Well, actually, Orton's got more time. I don't know why they put Orton up there so high. It should be AJ and Brock next to each other because those are the two that are supposedly retiring next year. And Gunther's probably the man that's going to do the job. And Ray's probably on his way. R-Truth was already fired. And I just want to say this. I absolutely, now that we have more time in this, I absolutely believe that Triple H and them did not want him to be there because he's not doing much. And the heat and the love or the overness that he had of coming back, they did nothing with it. Nothing. They could have did some type of storyline and put it in the shows. And you know, they all he did was, of course, which is great. He got to work with Cena. It was R-Truth, Ron, Cena, all that stuff. But I do believe that firing was real. It wasn't a work. Definitely was real. Definitely was a shoot. But back to Gunther here. It was the right move as we seen this past week on Raw. And of course, throughout the match of Saturday night's main event, you saw he could barely get to his own car. He needed security. That is a video of that kid going off on him. I was on the ground. And here's the thing: as a kid, I was a babyface guy. Now that I'm older, I definitely love the heels. And I know my older gentlemen and ladies out there, y'all probably feel the same. When you deal with life's lessons, it turns you more into a heel. But either way, I think it's the right decision. It's the right guy to take it. He can take the heat. He's already been a heel character for a long time, even with Walter, his other alter ego, which I like better than Gunther, by the way. But they got to do this right. And if they mess it up, they could also mess it up for this guy here. They got to bring they're passing the torch. John Cena passed the torch to both of these guys in a way. Right now, Cody can take over this babyface role, which he's had, but they've got to do it right. These two should be your top babyface and heel players in the company for at least a few years. And if they mess it up, it could definitely destroy the company in a lot of ways because they got to still build up all the younger talents. They need these guys to really be successful and carry on for another few years while they're developing all the other guys coming up. And ladies, and building them into new stars. Like right now, you've got the belt on Stephanie Vakir, but before she becomes a superstar, it's going to take time. It takes time to put the belt on. Gunther's been a champion already. Before him to get to the heights of where you would want him to go, getting to the heights of a Undertaker, it's going to take more time. But right now, with the heat on him from John Cena passing that on to him, and of course, Cena getting out the way and tapping the shoulder of Cody, they should be able to put the right programs on them to be successful. And they have to do that. People are complaining about Cody being stale. They got to find a way in the baby faces. They want to sell that merch, and he's definitely a merch seller. Him and CM Punk and of Jay, obviously, as well. But I think as far as the champions, they probably want to keep the belt on Cody or CM more than they would Jay at this point. And even though I love Jay. But yeah, they have to do something with making these two very valuable within the next year at least, because they have to build this up to WrestleMania. Gunther is rumored to be facing Brock, and Cody is probably Roman if you want to see that again. But they have to build the stories just right. Otherwise, they fail with this, it's going to hurt the company. But let me know what you think in the comment section about what they should do. Do you think that it was the right move for Gunther to beat John Cena? And also, do you feel that they're going to do right by his character and keep him over or keep the heat on him enough to make him into a bigger star and help carry the company for a while? But let me know in the comment section here as we get ready to sign off on this No Face Sports show. And yeah, I didn't pull up John Cena, but definitely go check out the interviews that he's been having He had one with Cody, pretty good interview, and he's been doing a whole bunch of runs over this whole, farewell tour. I'm still saying it wrong, but you know what I mean. It's a goodbye tour. Go check it out. He's been doing quite a few of them, and all of them have been pretty good. He's been saying a lot of good information, and he was like, it's over. And he definitely told you that in the interview with Cody as well. But as you see there, got a lot of content coming out. Been pushing them out lately, trying to get back on the ball here. Check out my other No Face Sports shows. Recently, I did the No Face Sports show with John Cena in his Saturday night's main event. I did one here with Chris Paul being fired in the middle of the night. You got fired on your day off, like Craig. And then Giannis trade rumors, the Netflix Warner Brothers deal, the Sharon Moore scandal. Of course, we talked about John Cena getting ready for his final match there on this No Face Sports show. And then you got my other content where we're just talking about one topic at a time. The OKC Thunder, best team ever. They possibly could be the way they're going right now. You've got my other show here, Notre Dame. Of course, they're not into this championship rounds. Were they robbed? Were they not? Go check that out and give your comments and thoughts. And the last one recently I've done was about Booyah, my guy. Stuart Scott, grew up on him. Man, we miss you. We miss you, guy. Yeah, that documentary was very special. So check out my video as well. But beyond that, man, just check on the channel. Heart everything, like, share, subscribe. We'll be back in the pod again with more talk. I'm going to I'll try to go live if I can with some of that Jake Paul and just chop it up a little bit. But yeah, definitely going to be back soon. So pay attention. I'll be posting more content soon. Have a good one and enjoy yourselves tonight with all this good sports. The No Face Sports Show. You're now tuned into the sound. Signing off.